All right, y'all. Welcome to Sports-O-Maniaplus podcast on YouTube. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw for a little bit. We got about 4 or 5 matches confirmed tonight for WrestleMania Day 1 and Day 2. And obviously, we got the Bad Bunny versus Miz. We got Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, which I think we all wanted. And they finally gave us something that the fans have been asking for, and Rhea Ripley challenging Asuka for the belt. I think I'm in the majority here when nobody wanted to see Charlotte Flair versus Asuka again at WrestleMania. We got The Fiend versus Randy Orton again at WrestleMania, which I have zero expectations for that match. We seen the first match they had in Orlando. For the title, and that was terrible when they did that whole screen on the ring with the bugs, and it was just bad. And the match, those two don't have good chemistry in the ring, in my opinion. And I think the storyline between Alexa, Bray, and Randy has run its course so much, and it's just so bad. It's so repetitive at this point. It needs to just stop, and hopefully WrestleMania, this shit goes away, and we never see Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt again at this point. We obviously have Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship, which hopefully that turns into Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Obviously, we saw tonight Bobby Lashley put a bounty out on Drew to take him out before WrestleMania, and that person who took him out would get a shot at the title. So maybe that's something where they bring Brock in to take out Drew, and we get a Brock versus Bobby Lashley. I won't hold my breath, but that's what I want. We also have the tag team titles on Raw. AJ Styles and Omos versus the New Day. Hopefully AJ gets his hands on the tag team titles, and I think he may become a Grand Slam champion once he wins the tag team titles. Obviously, we have Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, which I'm all for. I'm definitely interested in those. The two women's matches are probably the two matches that us fans are probably really looking forward to watching out of any match in WrestleMania. Edge versus Roman. Obviously, right now it's a one-on-one match, but I think we all know that's going to turn into a triple threat match, and they're going to add Daniel Bryan. And if that does happen, we all know Roman's not winning, but he's also not going to eat the pin. They're going to keep him strong coming out of WrestleMania. So we're looking at Edge or DB winning in night 2. I have hope that if the Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley match does happen and it's night 1, so I think that means that maybe Bobby retains and we don't get Drew McIntyre as winning the belt again at WrestleMania, this time in front of fans, because obviously his title run has been, lackluster at best. He hasn't been a good champion in my opinion. He doesn't connect like that on a babyface level for me. He was better off a heel, and I think him as a heel champion is better. I don't like him as a babyface at all whatsoever. This Raw was a throwaway again. Obviously, it was just to build WrestleMania matches on the fly with 4 weeks out, when obviously the Royal Rumble is where you start building WrestleMania matches. The night after Royal Rumble is when the WrestleMania matches should start getting built. And for them to start booking 4 to 5 matches on the fly with WrestleMania being 4 weeks out, it just speaks to the creative team and what they got going on back there. Obviously, they keep doing these Drew McIntyre 2-on-1 matches versus former tag team champions, and again, the Hurt Business 2-on-1. He killed both of them. So it shows you how much they appreciate their tag teams in WWE. That Drew can just go out there and just murder two guys who were just the champions 2 to 3 weeks ago like it was nothing. The Miz versus Jeff Hardy. I don't know why the hell Jeff Hardy is still in WWE at this point. I don't remember the last time I seen him win a match. He's basically an enhancement talent at this point, is how they're treating him. He lost to The Miz. um, but it was really nothing to rave about on this show. I didn't really see any point. I think the worst thing in wrestling right now is Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. And it's not even close. This storyline build to a match at WrestleMania is the fucking shits. The whole "you're stupid, you're a dummy," it's so dumb. But if you read between the lines, I think that's really what they think about Braun in the locker room, in management, that he's just this dumb big guy who just doesn't know how to do anything. His promos are shit. And the fact that they continue to basically bury him, like tonight when he ran around the ring and they played train sounds while he was running around the ring in mid-match. Like I was watching fucking Thomas the Train. I don't understand what WWE, why they continue to do hokey shit with Braun. But you know what? He's dead in the water at this point. So it is what it is. But nobody wants to see that match between Shane and Braun. I don't give a shit if they're planning Shane to jump off the pirate ship in Raymond James Stadium. Nobody wants to see that. I'd rather see Kevin Owens jump off the pirate ship than Shane McMahon. And that's really all I have to say about Raw tonight. I just wanted to get on and do my little quick review and thoughts about what's going on tonight on Raw and the direction of WrestleMania. Thank you for tuning in. Comment below. Any questions, let me know. I'll definitely be interacting and replying to anybody who comments under the videos. Have a good night.